Hello children, this is a political science class of class 11 and I am continuing the topic rights and duties in the Indian Constitution. As we have discussed in the previous class that how the fundamental rights have been included in the Indian Constitution. Today I will tell you about the Bill of Rights of South Africa. Now you can ask why we are studying the Bill of Rights of South Africa. South Africa is a country in the southern part of African continent and it was also the colony of British and India was also the colony of British. After a freedom struggle and after a long freedom struggle it could get freedom from British rule and it also adopted democratic system of government, and in India also we adopted democratic system of government after the independence, and we got independence after a long struggle, that is long freedom struggle. In India also we are having a variety of diversities, and in South Africa also there is a composition of diversities, and these are the reasons. And at that time the constitution of South Africa was called the Young Constitution. So we are studying and some portion and some fundamental rights, that is Bill of Rights, have been included in this topic so that we could also know the basics rights which have been given in the to the Africans and through the South African Constitution. So let's know about children. Bill of Rights of South Africa, the most important thing in this is that it prohibits the discrimination on the basis of religion, then ethnic composition, or we can say ethnic or social origin, gender, language, culture, marital status, or pregnancy, etc. It means all these grounds have been given in the Constitution of South Africa that no one can discriminate on the basis of all these grounds. And the most important thing is that in South Africa there is a constitutional court also. And enforces the fundamental rights which have been given to the African people through their constitution. We can say that in our country the work is this work is of judiciary. Judiciary is just safeguarding and protecting the rights of the people, and in South Africa the constitutional court has been established separately only for the purpose of the safeguarding the rights of the people of the South Africa. And we can see some and we can have some examples of rights also which have been mentioned in the South African Constitution, and we can see the example like right to dignity, means every person is having right to live a life with in a dignified way, and no one has right to insult or to harm the dignity of any person. And then next is right to privacy. Right to privacy especially has been granted in the and has been listed in the list of the fundamental rights of the South African Constitution. Though we are having these rights, but these rights have not been mentioned especially in the list of the fundamental rights which have been mentioned in the South African Constitution. And then next is right to food, water and shelter. Next, right to health care. Next, right to protection of environment. Then next we can have cultural and educational right. And next is right to information. We can see that in our constitution we have cultural and educational right, but right to information is a legal right which has been granted to the Indians through the Act of 2005, and in 2005 right to Information Act was passed, and through that we are having that right. But in South African constitution it was mentioned in the original constitution itself. And then we can have and we can see that right to food and water and shelter. Actually, this has been mentioned in the directive principles of state policy in India, that it is the responsibility of the government to give and to provide shelter and food to the people of the state. But in the South African constitution, it has been included in the list of fundamental rights itself. So we can have that, even we can watch and we can see the difference, that these they are having as a fundamental rights, but we are having as a directive principles of state policy. Directive principles we will study in this topic. Directive principles are those principles which have been given and which are the guidelines to the state governments, and it has been given in and mentioned in the Constitution of India. And these guidelines have to be followed and should be followed by the state governments, but they are not justiciable, means if they are not able to fulfill or not fulfilling, then we cannot go to the court for the enforcement of those directive principles of state policy. Okay children, we have studied today that the Bill of Rights in the South African Constitution, and we have studied these things like on the grounds on which no discrimination can be done in South Africa. In India also we have seen that there cannot be any discrimination on the basis of caste, creed, gender, and on the basis of color, and they have given some more grounds, and in the list of the fundamental rights, they have given more rights than the constitution and than the rights which we are getting in our country. Thank you children, and that's all for today, and thanks and have a nice day. And in the next class we will start first fundamental right, that is right to equality.